Greetings. I'm your host, Peggy A. Cohen-Thompson, President of the Solano County Black Chamber of Commerce. And this program is our monthly business spotlight show. And the purpose of this program is to make known to the general public the many African American owned businesses and the unique products and services that they provide. And we do this through interviews in the studio, filming on location, and asking a series of thought-provoking questions, which correlates with the core of the mission statement of our chamber, which is to assist in the success of African American businesses. Today, we have our member, Sylvanus Burton, and he is going to share with us about the services that he provides and how he came to provide these very unique services. So we have with us Sylvanus Burton. Welcome, Sylvanus, to our show today. And you have a very interesting background in terms of how your destiny brought you to the place of entrepreneurship. And I'd like you to just give us a little history that we talked about prior to the show. Just a little bit of history that brought you to this. We'll start with this mobility manager.
Okay. I presently have been back in Vallejo for about 12 years. I'm graduated out of Vallejo, so my history is here in town. But I've worked for a major healthcare organization for 20 plus years. And during some of that time, I worked as a patient mobility manager.
So what is patient mobility?
Patient mobility is working with high-risk patients who have mobility issues. So I would manage a team who would go around and work with nursing staff and assist and support them with training on how to safely move patients who have mobility issues.
Okay, so on your card where you have some of the services that you provide is safe patient handling training?
Correct.
So do you go in and do that on an individual basis, or you go and do it, say, to a care home and do it on a group basis, or how do you provide that service at this particular time?
I'm available to do it all of the above.
Okay.
At the medical center, at someone's home, and then also even at my office location, have a training room to also provide small group trainings there, or even go out to someone's home and do one-on-one or family training, as I like to put it.
Okay. Also, the life skills workshops that you do, how does that tie in with some of the training, your past experiences?
So with the life skills, I'm tying that in through some of the services that I provide. So for example, doing the live scan background checks, there's people who want to check their records to go through a process of expunging. And so through life skills, I will be putting on workshops to teach people the step-by-step process to expunge their records. So everyone can't just expunge their record. Certain felons, you can expunge, but to teach and explain, why you can, why you cannot, and to give that knowledge. A lot of people don't know, as you know, what their credit score is.
Yes.
And so to talk about credit and kind of give that informational training before they go to buy a car, to go to buy a house, to get that fundamental, get some of those basics to where they can go in as an informed consumer.
So who typically are the people that would come in for the live scan?
Right.
Now, I see you have live scan and fingerprinting. So is that one and the same, or is there a difference between live scan and because you have live scan and ink card fingerprinting?
Right.
Kind of explain the difference for us.
The difference between that is live scan is the new electronic fingerprinting. So I have a scanner and I digitally scan fingerprints. Ink card is the old way where you would go to the police station, go to the sheriff, and usually they'd use the ink and scan on a card that would get shipped off to be researched. And the time process was a lot longer, and still is when you use the ink card. Where at the digital, you can get your response fairly quick. It's just a matter of days. And so there's still situations where if you wanted to do a record review, you would do your live scan digitally for DOJ, Department of Justice, that checks California. But if you wanted to do your record review for Nevada, Texas, Washington, you have to do FBI because they do the other 49 states. Well, they only do record review under IncCard. And so if someone wanted to check that other history, then we would have to go through an IncCard process. So that's where you have your two different cards. One's manual and one's kind of electronic.
Okay, so people come in for the live scans, which are part of preparations for employment, is that correct? Certain professions?
Yes, for example, I've been lately getting a lot of security guards. And so to get their security card, guard card, what they call it, they have to be live scanned. I've done a lot of residential home workers, caregivers.
Oh, yes.
They have to be fingerprinted. I'm actually about to do one of our local churches. They have a group of volunteers that are part of their children's ministry. And so I'll be actually going out doing a mobile live scan of all their volunteers to get them all, you know, go through their background so then they can be certified to work in their children's ministry.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. So do employers call you to do any kind of background researches other than to provide the live scan and the finger